up, everybody? So I just wanted to give a little update on what's been going on. I normally, if you're following me that close, know that I post normally on Wednesdays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. And I didn't post yesterday because yesterday was a big day. I had a study group to wrap up the last of my Master Gardener's test. And then it was also my youngest, Fox's 8th grade graduation. So went to his graduation. It was also the hottest of the day, hottest day of the year yet. And I think it was, I don't know, it was anything over 100 is hot. It's too hot. That's all it comes down to. So I want to say it was between 104 and 107, depending on where you are. My car at one point when I was in Chico said it was 110. Today is supposed to be hot, but not as hot. I want to say it is, sorry, I'm trying to see. Oh, it's piles of wood. I thought it was an animal in the orchard. Anyway, the car says it's 101 out right now. I am just now going down to check on my babies at the flower farm because Eric turned on the water on the way out and I was finishing my test. So Forrest turned it off this morning. But I wanted to just go make sure nothing was suffering and that everything was doing okay and that I didn't maybe ruin it for a little bit longer since it's been so hot. These first couple of hot days tend to be a little hard on things. These guys are probably going to be mostly okay because they kind of have that transient shade from the trees. So we're hoping that is in fact working the way we think it's working. Not real sure. So I'm just going to park here. But I do have to say, so yeah, yesterday is normally when I do my video posting. But I was all over the place and doing the things I needed to do. Sorry about that. But Fox got some amazing awards last night, and the day before, Tuesday, was an award ceremony day too. So we went to do that. He got perfect attendance, which we laugh about because he was sick the semester before, and we took him to the doctor, so we had a doctor's note for it, and then he didn't take the doctor's note to the doctor's office. So we then got SARB'd, which is, they're like, oh, you can't be missing any more days. And so then the last semester he had perfect attendance, which is funny. But he tends to he has colds and sickness and stuff pretty easily from other people. His immune system's just kind of always been that way. Anyway, so that was a funny one. But he did get he's got his GPA is really high, so we got a grade for that. He was selected as one of an English teacher, like excellence in English through the English teacher that he had. So that was cool. He was up there several different times. We did get surprised last night at graduation because he got the State Assembly Student of the Year award, which was cool. That's in addition to he got an award. ASCA, I think is how you say it. It's like the administration group, and they pick a student of the year. And so he was that. We went a month ago, maybe? I don't even know now. A month ago or so, and they do a big luncheon and everything for them. So that's pretty special. So he was student of the year on several levels, and he was saying last night on the way home, he's like, that's the 5th time I've gotten student of the year because he got it a couple different times over the course of the last couple of years too. So he's our little student of the year. Congrats to him. He's awesome. Anyway, so we've just been super busy and I haven't been down here much. We came down the other day because we do have some big news. So we got some assistance. Steel at Chico Farm and Orchard, I believe it's called, was able to help us figure out how to make a hose that would go back onto our radiator because it was suspected that the hose was bad. We don't actually think the hose was bad at this point, but we blew out the air filter and put that all back together, and it did go. It mowed 3 of the other rows here at the flower farm portion in the trees, not the actual like between the flowers, but further deeper into the ocean deeper into the orchard, and 2 rows of the other spot that's irrigated by our by the pump. So that's 3 rows more than what it was doing before, because he'd only get like 2 rows deep and it would start overheating, and he didn't get any overheating from it. So we're super hopeful that maybe it just needed an air filter blowout. I don't know. Anyway, so that's good, because that means this weekend we can move all of the big wood that's been in the way of the parking lot. It's very buggy down here right now. So if I'm like twitching, maybe actually it feels like a spider web on me. Anyway, it is very buggy down here. The pile that was from the chip drop is still down there. It needs to be moved, and those were huge pieces of wood. We've been kind of stressing about how we would do that if we couldn't get the tractor fixed. So we do have that on our calendar for doing this weekend, and then tidying up. There was, we need to kind of weed eat along this redwood boundary that's here. But we have super exciting news about something that's going to be happening sooner than later. Like before we can even open for clients, we're going to have something cool going on. So I will let you know when we do that big announcement. Probably I'll announce it this weekend. We were kind of waiting on a last few things to come together to make that happen. So we'll wait for that exciting news. So all that's pretty exciting. We're hoping to get to bust out the wood chipper that we got. So we'll have a video coming about using the wood chipper and doing the wood chipper stuff. I can't think of anything else. It is the last day of attendance for students for Eric's class and for Fox, because he's in the same district. So even though he graduated yesterday and then he went to the party until 11, then got back up, then went to school again. So I'm sure he's going to be thrilled to be done with that jazz for a little while. And then when he goes back to school, he's going to be going to Chico to Inspire, so we're super thrilled about, because that's going to be so good for him. So mostly we've just been kind of having personal stuff going, and then so it's not been a whole lot of content creation time. But we're doing things. I mean, this is, once you kind of put the plants in the ground, they're just kind of here. And I did get the granular fertilizer from Brett over at Kenny's, and he suggested doing it in 2 or 3 weeks. So that's another week or 2. I have it on the calendar. And we'll do that, but that means this is just kind of doing its thing and growing. And they are like, there's lots of growth. It's harder to see, but I'm going to try to see if I can show some. Okay, so let's turn this camera around. Okay, so first off, we do actually have a first bloom on the Cosmos. So that's a cupcake. See, these are the ones that are at the end, and these have always been taller than everything else. So it makes sense that these would be the ones that bloom first. But as you can see, even these guys, these are starting to kick into action and bloom. I keep pinching these little blooms because look how tiny, and they're trying to make flowers. So I'm pinching them off to encourage it to go down into, it's to divide more and make a bigger, more vigorous plant with better roots. Look at this. Blooming. It's so short. Look, that's like the length of my finger. It's like 2 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and pinch that. Anyway, these go down, but these ones are starting to kick up. So these say they're Velouette and some cupcake mixes, and then all the way down. And then there's a bunch of Cosmos blooming, and the Scabiosa's finally shooting up. So this is definitely happening. These are getting taller because they were all real short. But look, the yarrow is this beautiful red yarrow, and there's several that are kind of dotted along here that are blooming. Let's walk down and look at everything else. So these guys are kind of chugging along. These are amaranths of different kinds, and they are getting taller. It just seems like it. I don't know why it seems like it's so slow. But lots of these zinnias, like we've got, let me get over here out of the site. But this, I mean, I'm thinking you could probably even pinch that. After this heat spell, I'm gonna try to transfer some of these. And I've had okay luck with them, but I'm thinking, considering the vast amount of babies that came up like this, I mean, I can't grow all those out, right? So I'm gonna spread them out and put them in other places and let them do their thing. So, and we're even having growth on things like the snapdragons. It's like, oh, they're kind of doing something. Here we go. They've grown a couple of inches. So they're doing pretty good. And then down at the end, I probably won't walk all the way down there because it's pretty hot today. But you can kind of see the little green along these rows here. And then way at the end, I've got some sunflowers that are 6 or 7 inches. And those in this heat, they're growing and they're going to continue to grow. So we definitely have lots of weeds. We can grow weeds really well. So that's exciting. You know, if you can grow weeds, it means something wants to grow at least. But these are kind of fun. So these are those coral fountain amaranth. That's what you're seeing. This really lime chartreusey, I guess, green is that. And then these were seeded, direct sowed cosmos. Those are coming on good all the way down. There's lots going on down there. Things are coming together. So the other thing I wanted to go check on is go over here and check on our dahlias, because we did have an episode last week. I'll show you I almost tripped over that. What we think is probably a mole. You can see it traveled all the way down this line. It goes all the way to the very end. Just right through where it's nice and moist because it's been getting water. So I was really, really worried about my dahlias, and it did kind of screw up a couple of them. So this is the one on the end. That one's missing. This one, look, there's kind of a little bit of green. It may come back. It's hard to know. Kind of almost every other one. So I'm really unthrilled about that. But we installed this guy here. This is supposed to make them go away. So I really need to come out here and kind of step on this, push it back into place so that I can tell when it's if it comes back. But I'm hopeful. Anyway, these are looking a little sad, but there's some sad and some perky. So, you know, cross your fingers for us. We'll see what happens. And then these guys were touch and go too, because they got it all through them. But they're kind of eking along down through this area. But then look, you get up to here. Oh, look, what a butterfly. Oh, it flew away. I can't even catch up with it. It's long gone now. Way over there. Bye, butterfly. Anyway, these guys, I mean, those are pretty good size. And some of them are. Some of them aren't. They'll do it. Look at these guys. Like, why? It's so weird. They're not far. Oh my gosh, this one's got a bloom. That's fun, but it probably should pinch that. As much as I don't want to. I think it will encourage better growth if I do. Didn't pinch that very good, but you get the point. Anyway, so those are doing good. The status is still kicking it. Look at this cute little pollinator on that status. Oh, did they come any cuter? Got lots of cuties down here. This had some rodent action too. We're not sure what was going on over there. We hadn't really planted anything because we were kind of letting those starflowers go to seed, and honestly, we're just still trying to fill up these 3 rows because this was a lot. So that's fine. Anyway, let me step over here and show you the Mexican sunflowers because they are looking big. Look at these, they're bushy. I need to look up whether I'm supposed to pinch those or not. Oh, they're so soft. I really like them. And then we've got several of these are the Eryngium sea hollies. And you can see they're, let's see, there. I can't see through the light of it. There. There's one down there. So those are going to be really big. That's exciting. They're finally growing too. And these zinnias, it's so funny because I direct sowed those other zinnias and they have caught up with these. So I'm going to say 100% not worth my time to grow baby zinnias greenhouse style. Not worth it. because these guys are already there. And had we been able to plant when we wanted to plant, which was right after last frost, these would already be blooming. Because the ones in the subscription garden are. I got my first bloom the other day. It was a polar bear, all white, very cute. But I have lots of buds on. In fact, probably have some bloomers today. So I'll have to go check that out. So anyway, things are coming along. I mean, they're going to have flowers here pretty soon. I'm still guessing. What is it now? The 6th. I'm still guessing either at the end of the 2nd week or end of the 3rd week of June, we could be opening for select cuttings, I think. So please cross your fingers for us that happens. You know, I did all the plans for, you know, blocked out all the possibilities, financial plans and stuff like that, and this being behind a month and a half is hurting my financial soul because I really wanted to have it be growing and ready by now. Like, this was initially my thought of what would be opening day, and we're several weeks behind, if not a whole month. We'll see if we can make that 3rd week in June mark. It is what it is. Now we know better. We're still learning. We've got a lot to still figure out here, but it is what it is. Okay, what I came down here for initially was less than a tour and more to just check how the soil moisture was. And honestly, it looks really good. It's not soppy, but it's just looks like they can still be uptaking. I don't really want them to, you know, as they grow bigger, I really want to encourage those roots to go as deep as they can to tap the moisture that's down lower. Because if you don't, then you end up with just shallow roots. And then if they don't get water for a day, so that's kind of was our idea, is get them to where they're reaching deeper than not, but it takes a little while. And on days like this, I worry because it's hot. Like, it's hot. It's, oh, my watch doesn't even say. I think I said it was 101. Gonna be hotter. But it actually doesn't look like, nothing looks like it's suffering. Hello, butterfly. So that's great. Here, I'm gonna cancel that. I was gonna show you the butterfly that landed on the cupcake Cosmo, but it flew away. Goodbye. Anyway, that's all I've got for this update. So I'm going to go home and get this in the editing software and get it put up on YouTube so you can be seeing it in real time-ish. So on Thursday, it'll go up today. I'll go post this so everybody's got a real-time update, because seriously, this is exciting time. We've got lots going on. The plants are growing. We've got a really cool thing that's going to be happening down here, hopefully starting this weekend. Tractor's fixed. I mean, all these things. We're super stoked. So keep those fingers crossed for us. Send us good farmer vibes, and we will see you soon. Watch us grow.